big old freak.
Hey guys, what's up? So today, as you can see, I don't have my hair done, but that's going to change at the end of this video. I'm going to be doing 2 braids to the back. Honestly, I've been procrastinating this style for like almost going on a week and a half now, because like every single time I do it, I'll be like, oh, I should film it, I should do it, and then I lose motivation and I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep my hair how it is. Because this year my goal is to, you know, do my natural hair more, protective styles, keep them at like a bare minimum, nothing extravagant to where it's pulling on my edges or, you know, all that good stuff. Because honey, my edges are kind of coming back to life now, because all those protective styles back to back over the summer kind of just, you know, did my edges a wonder. Like, it didn't, you know, take my edges away, but it kind of thinned them out, and I definitely don't like that. So with that being said, if you would like to see how I achieve this look in the simplest way, continue watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and voila. Okay, so here I'm going to be parting my hair and re-sectioning it, because I was wearing 2 braids already previously before this, just my natural hair, but now I'm going to go in and actually try and make this part a little bit better, especially in the front. In the back, I'm not really like super picky about, just because it's the back, and you know, of course I can't see the back, and my eye and hand coordination is not always top tier whenever I use another mirror. So we're just gonna make best of what we got, because it's not even that deep. So I'm gonna part the back. I kind of did use the mirror just to check and see if it was completely all the way off, but it wasn't. So I just went in and straightened it up a little bit more. Nothing too exceptional, nothing like that. So that is all that I'm doing here, and I'm just gonna put that up in an elastic so I can start this side. And this is the section that I'm going to start with, and this is the back. I've been wearing my hair in 2 braids to the back for like the past week. So I've really, like, when I say I've been so tapped out of just doing my hair and just not been feeling it, that's real. Like I feel like almost every girl have those moments where you just go through a moment where you're just like, I don't feel like doing my hair anymore, I don't have the energy to do my hair, I don't have the motivation to do my hair. Or if you're in college, you're like, I don't have the money to do my hair or get my hair done, so you gotta improvise. And this has been my improvised style. So yeah, so it's already kind of been parted, but like it was kind of, you know, a little bit over here on this side because of my edges. But so yeah, so I have parted this and got it even or whatever. Not really, I don't really care too much about the back, but even enough. So starting out, you want to make sure this section is completely combed out, meaning no lumps, clumps, bumps, none of that, especially with dealing with natural hair in the ends, because like most of the time this style is done on people who already have their hair blow dried or people who already have their hair straightened. And I'm coming here to tell y'all right now, I ain't blow drying nothing and I ain't straightening nothing, because that's just gonna take too long. And I do not even feel like doing this hairstyle in the first place, so why would I make it a point to go and straighten it? Dead mission. So I'm just gonna slick it down, smooth it down to my liking. Part keep on sticking up. So yeah, like so. So now I'm gonna be going in with my Shine and Jam. This right here. And using this on this part of my hair to kind of smooth that. Oh, y'all see the waves? I'm swimming. And it's like I would use Eco or something like that, but that takes too long to dry, meaning like to get actually hard so that it'll stay in place. Because when you're doing like sleek looks, I feel like you can't really use water-based products because it's just not gonna look, it's not gonna turn out right at all. So go in, sleek that down, and like so. So this is just my hard brush, just me setting it into place and tone, whatever. So don't worry, because I am gonna do my edges like later or whatever. But these perimeter parts, oh, we're gonna get y'all and just slick those down. And since I'm gonna do my braids like along my edges, I want it to be pushed downwards like so. Because braids, when you do braids like these and they go like straight like back like that, that's not really that cute, especially with just two braids. Not cute. So now that I have it sleeked down like so, I now go in with my 24-hour edge tamer. This is the real deal. And I'm gonna put that also like right here because I do have like a little bit of frizzies that like to come out, and we mess with that like this. This what I mean, because y'all know I have this short piece and it's killing me. So we're gonna do that just to get that extra sleek action going on. Plus I also use this for my edges because I love my edges to be slick. So now I'm gonna go in with my hard brush one more time on that just to blend that in, because the thing about this edge control, like, it's a really good edge control, but people don't understand when using this, you have to brush or comb it in so that it won't turn white, because a lot of people just think, oh, I just put it on, that it shouldn't, you know, turn white. But that's any edge control, and especially when you have buildup, you can't just continue to add more edge control and not properly clean it out. And the thing about edge control is that when you use it and you put some more water on it the next day, break it down, and then you use it again and it dries and it's just the same as the first time that you used it. And a lot of people don't know that. So I'm going in with my smooth brush and I'm just smoothing it out like so. Cause when I tell you I want this thing sleek, this is what I mean right here. This is what I mean. So I know you're probably like, dang, you got that thing so slick down, you might as well do a little sleek ponytail, but that's not what I'm doing today. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my hair. This is the pre-stretch hair. Forget the brand, it's not Queen Bee. Oh, Spectra. Can you see? There we go. Spectra. And set that into sections. Now the thing is, nowadays I've gotten so accustomed to using pre-stretched hair that that's literally the only thing that I'm willing to use nowadays, because it's like, even whenever I'm doing other people's hair and I'm like, they're like, what kind of hair should I get or whatever, I'm like, I only take pre-stretch. Anything else won't work. Like, for real. Like, the hassle is just too much. Now that I see that they have made a thing of pre-stretched hair, it's like, why would I go back to having to feather the hair myself? That's selfish. Okay, so now I have my hair laid out over here. You can't really see it, but the way that I have my hair laid out is from the smallest piece to the biggest piece, so they can go in correct order down the way. Of course, I have my biggest pieces at the end for my stuff like that. So before I go in and braid, I'm gonna comb it out one more time, like my ends, because them things get so stubborn when I'm doing my hair, like, for real. Like, the only thing about doing your natural hair is just having to deal with the curls. It's aggravating. So let's get into it. So first things first, I part right here, so that's like the start of my my braid. Here. So it's just like a little triangle part like so. And that's it. So now, okay, now that that's that, we're gonna start braiding. Once you have that little bit braided, you're gonna start adding in pieces now. Like so. So explaining this is kind of hard, so I just take this, put that right here where my other finger is, take that piece, put it under, braid, and then loop that back in like so. Now you keep on doing that. Next piece, you stop, get your braid hair, you do this, put it under, braid under, grab, braid, and you just keep on doing that real quick. Okay, so here I'm just going to continue to do the same method that I was just doing whenever I showed you guys how it started. Because after you get that first section done of like the first small pieces, it's literally so easy afterwards. All you got to do is keep on adding, tucking it under, braiding, then adding the other part of the hair underneath that. And you keep doing that until you're done. And I even add a few more pieces at the end of my braid just so that it can be thicker, but that's literally all you do. You find a method that works for you, and then you keep on doing that. And what I mean by method is like people hand placements are kind of different, so people insert the hair differently, you know, just based on different things about them. I added under my first finger, my index finger, just because it's easier for me. But everybody is different. Make sure that your ends are definitely in the braid because you don't want them sticking out. Okay, my braiding face is so serious. Y'all don't mind me. So you just take it all the way down. So now I'm gonna bring the braid to the front and braid it because that back be having my arm burn. So now you just braid it to the front like so. There you go. You just do your braiding. Like if you don't know how to, you know, when you reverse it, braid it to the front like this, I guess I can show you a video on how to do that. But honestly, it took me this year to learn how to underhand braid because I always overhand braid. So that's my thing. So you do that, just keep on braiding like so. And then this is underhand. And then what I was just doing was overhand, but I didn't keep it now. So you just keep braiding till you get all the way down to the end. Keep braiding, keep braiding. Keep braiding. Okay, so now that we have one side done, I'm gonna show you. And the good thing about knowing how to do your own braids and stuff is that you don't have to make it so tight. You know, like whenever, I'm not saying that you don't have a choice whenever you get it done by someone else, but they really make it so tight, like unbearably tight. I don't really like even getting my hair done by other people because I can't stand pain. I don't like stuff being too tight on my head, and I will take it out. Or I will loosen it some way, but it's not gonna, but like, so like, yeah, That's the good thing, because I didn't make it too tight on the back, especially since like whenever I came back to school I had braids, and they were really tight in the back, and it caused my back to like bump up whatever. So now it's like it was a rash back there before from my bumps, like a hive, but now it is gone because I took them out with the quickness, and now that's it. So now let's get into the other one so that our head can be kind of done, and then voila. Get your hair, section it off. The good thing about like this kind of hair is that it don't require like you to buy a lot of packs for like simple styles like this, because honestly this hair has lasted me so long. Like I've had this hair for like a while now. I've had this hair for a minute, just been sitting in my closet for if I decide to ever do my hair, which finally I have. So yeah, this is the purpose of this hair. Okay, so now that I got my hair sectioned off, it's time to start braiding. So I take my edge comb, I take the part in the back that's like the point, it's not really super pointing, but it's pointing enough. I take that and I just, you know, of course, parts right here, part that little triangle, and then brush this up. I need to put a little bit of jam right there, cause that part loves to curl up, and I ain't with it today. I ain't with it. Take my smooth brush real quick, smooth it out. Okay. And they're like, why are you pulling up every little piece? Because sometimes the pieces be getting too stuck. Okay, going into this braid, this side of my head is always so much more difficult for me to do just because of my hand coordination. I am right-handed, so it's very easy for me to do stuff on my right side of my body than on my left. But I do most of my things with my left hand, but it's just crazy. But this side always gives me the most trouble, so if it's not coming out like perfect twin sisters, I'm always just like bump it because, oh well, it's close enough. But I do have a very hard time with this side, and as you can see, it's still the same technique that I use. I think I inserted a different way than I do on my other side just because of that coordination over there on that side is much difficult. Like much more difficult, but it's not like super, you know, super hard. It just gives me a hassle, and it allows me to take more time on this side, because this side took me like maybe 5 minutes and the other side took me like maybe 3. Not a really big time difference, but you get the picture. Okay, finally done with that braid. That almost gave me a heart attack. It wasn't cooperating at first, and I was gonna get frustrated and say bump it, but I didn't. So now you just braid it down. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bit of touch-ups in my edges and then dip my ends, and we'll be done. Edges 101. Okay, now that I'm done with touching up and doing these edges, we're gonna go in with some oil sheen that I got from the hair store, of course. And we're gonna spray a little bit of that, just a little bit, because this thing really do fog up my room, and I can't have this alarm going off tonight. So a little bit of spray. Spray. Spray, spray, spray. Okay, that's good enough, because this thing be risky. Okay, so now I'm gonna dip my ends and then we'll be done. So now I'm just gonna grab my ends, put it in here because it's kind of hot. I'm gonna do one at a time. Make sure you have your towel on hand because this water is hot and you will burn yourself, like I have many times before when doing other people's hair, and it ain't fun. So you got your towel, you just want to go in like that. Oh shit, then you take it out. Low-key burning my hand. So you see that compared to this, the difference that it makes. It's such an important step when you're dealing with synthetic hair to dip it so that it can have some kind of movement. Get that? Oh, shoot, that burnt up. Okay. Important steps for movement, you see? Movement, honey, movement. Okay, and so that is it. This is how I did my braids. I hope that was kind of helpful to you guys, kind of informational, and it's not tight at all. Like, this is what I like, simple hairstyles that aren't tight, that are cute, and that last. Of course, I'm not, you know, hoping that this lasts, you know, freaking a week or 2 weeks. I mean, maybe a week, but I'm not, you know, expecting that, because of course this is just a simple hairstyle. This is not box braids or actual tribal braids or lemonade braids or nothing of that sort. So I'm not expecting this hairstyle to last like 2 weeks. So, you know, that's what people get wrong. You get hairstyles like this and then you're mad because your hair is starting to frizz up or something like that, because no amount of product is going to make your hair stay like this simple style for 2 weeks. Dead mission, sis. But on that note, actually, let me just not even get on that note. But that's it from this hairstyle, and I hope that you enjoyed it, because I did. This is very cute, very simple hairstyle that you can just do yourself. Honestly, like, the most difficult part I would say is knowing how to add in your feed ends, and you know, knowing how, that's really the hardest part, knowing how to add in the hair for your feed ends. That's the hardest part for me. That took me forever to learn. One day I just got, you know, tired wearing the same old box braids, that same kind of braiding style, and then I just picked up hair and I started feeding it into my hair, and I did half of my front feed ends, and then my back box braids, of course. And now I do that style on myself so much. I started it last year and I did it at least 3 or 4 times last year. I've already done it once this year, so it's like, that's really my ultimate go-to hairstyle, like, for anything. Again, on that note, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys liked it and enjoyed it and actually learned something from it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, period, and share also, because this could help anyone that is beginner. This is really beginner level, so this could help anyone, and, you know, be that quick fix that you might like. But thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hey, big old freak.